It's easy to assume that selling a luxury property is just, well, a bigger version of selling any other home, right?
Yeah.
More zeros, same game, something like that.
Hmm.
But our deep dive today into a stack of fascinating sources reveals something completely different. This isn't about luck or just listing. It's about a meticulously crafted strategy that, honestly, most people entirely miss. Okay, let's unpack this.
Indeed. Our mission today is really to cut through those common misconceptions. We want to unveil the sophisticated, tactical choices you actually have when positioning a high-value asset.
Right.
We want to move beyond simple assumptions and truly help you understand what it takes to not just sell, but to strategically place your property with the right buyers.
Exactly. Consider this your shortcut to being genuinely well-informed, bypassing the noise and diving straight into the precise, confident, and sometimes, let's be honest, brutally honest realities of luxury real estate.
Yeah.
Think of it as less of a lecture, maybe more of a tactical briefing, spiced with surprising facts and hopefully a few aha moments you won't forget. So let's be honest with ourselves for a moment. When we talk about selling a luxury property, what's the fundamental truth our sources keep pointing to? Because it feels like a common mistake is simply focusing on the tangible assets, like, look at this amazing pool,
That's a crucial distinction. What our research emphasizes is that no one is truly buying your pool. They're buying the feeling that pool evokes the lifestyle, the prestige, the aspirational experience it represents.
Ah, okay.
Luxury isn't just a mere price point. It's an exquisitely curated presentation of an entire brand, really.
And if we connect this to the bigger picture, why is grasping that difference so critical? How does understanding luxury as an experience, not just a commodity, fundamentally change the selling game?
It's absolutely foundational. Because if you approach it as a commodity, with standard for sale sign and a generic listing, you're just not speaking the language of a high net worth buyer. They're seeking something unique, an extension of their identity.
Right.
This initial understanding dictates every subsequent strategic decision. It has to.
So what does this all mean for you then, if you're looking to sell a high-value property? It means you don't just put a sign in the yard and, well, hope for the best.
Definitely not.
You don't need a sign in the yard. You need strategy. Here's where it gets really interesting. Because the first big choice you face kind of sets the stage for everything else.
Right. Our sources clarify that before diving into any tactics, you need to understand the two primary arenas for selling a luxury property. First, there's the on-market approach. This means your home is publicly listed on major platforms like the MLS, Zillow, maybe Redfin. It's broadly visible to pretty much anyone looking.
Okay, the standard way most people think of. And the alternative to that widespread visibility,
Right.
what does that look like for a luxury seller?
That would be off-market, which means privately marketing your home. This involves things like direct outreach, leveraging exclusive broker networks, and tapping into a carefully curated pool of pre-qualified buyers. It's all about discretion, not necessarily display. It's a much more discreet, almost concierge-style approach.
The crucial takeaway our sources underscore here. It sounds like there's no single right answer, no MLS-first dogma.
Not at all. Each strategy has its distinct advantages, its specific place. The real question for you becomes, which one genuinely aligns with your ultimate goals?
Right, because surprisingly, sometimes less visibility can translate into significantly more power. That's the interesting bit. That's fascinating. So this quiet listing approach, it sounds counterintuitive, doesn't it? Compared to what most people think about selling a home, how does it actually drive competition and create more power if, well, fewer people know about it?
It's a masterful play on psychology, really. It taps into the very nature of luxury. One of the biggest draws is privacy. Just imagine selling your home without every neighbor, colleague, or even, past acquaintance knowing your business.
Yeah, that's huge.
It keeps the transaction confidential, minimizes disruption to your personal life. But beyond that, there's exclusivity. Buyers, especially in the luxury tier, often covet what isn't easily accessible. A quiet listing creates a sense of scarcity, driving competition amongst an elite circle who feel privileged to even know about the opportunity.
So it's not just about secrecy, it's about creating that secret club feel.
Yeah.
Almost like an inside track.
Exactly. And what about the practical control it gives you as a seller?
Tell me more about that.
Well, you gain immense control. Fewer, much more targeted showings, meaning less disruption to your life. The interest is pre-qualified, so you're not dealing with casual looky-loos,
Right, no tire kickers.
Precisely. It also offers a unique chance to test the waters. You can float a price, gauge genuine interest, and gather invaluable feedback, all without the risk of racking up days on market, or DOM.
Yeah, the DOM. That can be killer.
It can. And buyers scrutinize that metric. It can indicate perceived staleness if a property sits too long publicly.
Which circles back to the negotiation, doesn't it? If you're not publicly listed, you avoid that perceived urgency, maybe desperation.
Exactly. Public listings can sometimes imply a seller is under pressure or needs to sell quickly. With an off-market approach, you dictate the timeline, giving you significant negotiation power. It's about crafting an aura of desirability rather than just broadcasting availability.
Okay, we've talked about the power of discretion with off-market sales. Very compelling. But that's not always the play, is it?
No.
What about the other side of the coin? When does maximum visibility, the full on-market approach, become your strongest strategy?
That's an excellent question because on-market is incredibly powerful in specific scenarios. If your primary goal is maximum exposure, say you want to target relocation buyers, maybe international investors or large national firms, then putting your property out there for all eyes to see is unmatched.
Casting the widest net possible.
Exactly. It's also ideal for comp-driven sales. If you have a clean, modern property that you know will appraise beautifully and truly stands up in open competition against similar luxury homes.
Like it's ready for its close-up.
Precisely. Then the on-market approach allows you to leverage that strength. This can also drive buyer urgency. Strategic pricing, maybe even an auction-style approach in some markets, can generate multiple offers very quickly when you know there's a hot, active buyer pool for your specific type of property.
And despite the allure of off-market, we can't ignore the sheer reach of platforms like Zillow and Redfin, right? I mean, they still command massive attention.
Oh, absolutely not. The power of SEO and platform visibility is undeniable. Buyers do shop on major platforms, and with the right presentation, stunning photography, compelling descriptions can be a massive traffic engine, bringing thousands of potential buyers directly to your listing.
Okay, so this raises an important question for you, the listener.
Yeah.
How do you figure out if your property really fits the profile for optimal on-market success? It's not just about broad reach, is it? It's ensuring your home's unique attributes are positioned to really stand up to that widespread scrutiny effectively. So it truly shines, not just gets lost in the noise.
Well said. It needs to be ready for that spotlight.
So we've got off-market discretion, and we've got on-market exposure. But what if the smartest move, maybe the most strategic move, is to leverage the strengths of both? Now you're talking. Our sources reveal one of those potent revelations from this deep dive, the concept of the hybrid launch. This isn't just a tactic. It sounds like a paradigm shift. And it's what truly distinguishes an exceptional agent from one simply, checking boxes.
And it's definitely a strategy we see employed by the most successful luxury real estate professionals. Think of it as a surgical strike, not a shotgun blast.
Okay.
It begins by quietly marketing the property for maybe 2 to 3 weeks through those exclusive off-market investor and relocation networks we discussed earlier.
So what's happening during those initial weeks? Are you just passively waiting for offers to roll in?
Oh, far from it. This is a critical intelligence gathering phase. You're collecting soft offers, gaining crucial feedback on price and presentation, and understanding potential objections before you even think about going public.
I see. So you're gathering intel.
Exactly. This invaluable data then allows you to refine your pricing, maybe optimize staging, perfect your overall presentation based on real feedback.
So you're essentially stress testing the market privately, using that data to optimize, and then hitting the public market with a refined, pre-validated offering. That sounds like creating some serious, undeniable momentum.
That's precisely the goal. You're not just listing, you're launching. You hit the MLS at full force, but with preloaded demand already in play, potentially. And with a presentation that's been fine-tuned based on real-world feedback from qualified prospects,
Wow.
it significantly de-risks the public launch and amplifies its impact.
Okay, so we've moved from the core choice of on or off market to this sophisticated hybrid approach. But even with that, it's clear from our sources that selling a luxury property is far more than just listing it, right?
Oh, miles beyond that.
So what does this all mean for a full-scale approach? How do you actually position your asset effectively?
What truly stands out from our analysis is how these sources outline a comprehensive, almost orchestral 6-step process. Each stage isn't isolated. It builds carefully on the last, creating a cohesive strategy specifically designed for high-net-worth buyers and their unique expectations.
Okay.
It's about precision at every single turn, ensuring no detail is overlooked.
That sounds like a journey, not just a single step. Let's walk through it for our listener. Starting with what sounds like the absolute first principle, strategic buyer profiling. What does that truly entail for a luxury seller? I mean, beyond just knowing the price range.
Right. It's about identifying your ideal buyer before you even think about photography or writing descriptions. Are we talking about, say, a relocating C-suite executive from New York, someone seeking a specific waterfront lifestyle, or maybe an international buyer from Canada or Dubai with distinct investment goals or, cultural considerations?
Different needs, different desires.
Exactly. Are they prestige-driven, valuing unique design above all, or a pure investor just looking for yield?
And that initial profile, that clarity on who you're selling to, that fundamentally shapes everything that follows, doesn't it? It has to.
Absolutely. It's the pivotal step. Once you've honed in on that ideal buyer persona, it becomes the lens through which every other decision is made. From the language in your marketing copy to the specific platforms you choose, it ensures maximum impact and resonance. You're not just shouting into the void.
Which naturally leads us to step 2, premium pricing strategy. We know luxury homes don't follow standard pricing logic, so what's the secret here? How do you build that pricing narrative?
This is where true expertise really shines. It's not just about running the comps, the comparative market analysis. We dive deep into the active luxury competition, yes, but also the unique lifestyle upgrades your home offers. We look at potential appraisal gaps versus the sheer emotional value driver.
Emotional value.
And crucially, the psychology of buyers at that specific price tier, what motivates them, what signals value to them. The goal is to build a compelling pricing narrative that justifies the value and subtly creates a sense of scarcity or uniqueness.
Building that narrative also relies heavily on how the property is presented,
Yeah.
which brings us to step 3, cinematic presentation. This isn't just about good photos, is it? It sounds more like treating the home like a feature film.
That's a great way to put it. Exactly. This means producing truly high-end video walkthroughs, often with evocative voiceovers and maybe bespoke music. Impressive drone aerials are practically a must now, especially for waterfront properties, big acreage, or homes with unique architectural roof lines.
Seeing it from above gives context.
Totally. We also utilize virtual twilight photography to capture the magical ambiance, and critically, lifestyle storytelling, showing the home in use, not just sitting empty. Think of it like this. A picture of a pristine pool shows you water.
Right.
A cinematic video shows you a family laughing by that pool on a warm summer evening, inviting you into that desired lifestyle. Each asset is built to trigger emotion and, hopefully, action.
You just painted a picture. And okay, once you have that cinematic presentation, how do you ensure it reaches the right eyes? That's step 4, multi-channel luxury marketing.
Yeah.
And it sounds like it goes far beyond just sticking it on the MLS.
Oh, indeed. This involves targeted campaigns on curated luxury platforms. Think The Real Deal, Mansion Global, James Edition, places where these buyers actually look. It means digital ad campaigns meticulously geofenced to affluent zip codes, both here in the U.S. and maybe abroad, depending on the profile.
Sorry.
We're talking strategic Instagram and YouTube reels with compelling hooks, and importantly, direct outreach to an extensive network of high net worth buyers and top-tier broker contacts. The goal is true property presence, not just visibility, where your discerning buyer spends their digital time. You can't attract a $5 buyer with $500 marketing, right?
Good point.
Yeah.
Now, what if you still need that ultimate discretion we talked about earlier, even within a comprehensive strategy? That's where step 5 comes in. Private access strategy, when needed.
Yeah.
Sounds like quiet confidence. How does that fit into a larger plan?
For certain listings, this is absolutely paramount. It might mean NDA-required previews, ensuring only serious, pre-vetted, qualified individuals even step inside.
Okay.
Private showings only may be arranged strictly by invitation. We might limit off-market exposure to very specific investment groups, corporate relocation executives, or a select group of high-end buyer agents who have proven clients in that bracket. This strategy maximizes exclusivity and prevents the property from becoming stale on the open market, maintaining that coveted sense of rarity.
Got it. And finally, after all this meticulous planning and presentation, you reach the critical stage. Step 6, smart negotiation and closing. Our sources strongly emphasize that the closing phase isn't passive at all. It demands a highly disciplined approach. A rigor that, unfortunately, maybe not all agents bring to the table. The data doesn't lie, and if your agent's strategy is simply, let's just see what happens, our sources suggest that's a huge red flag for a luxury sale.
It truly is. This approach involves rigorous pre-qualification of interest before serious showings, ensuring you're dealing with genuinely capable buyers. No wasted time. We structure favorable timelines and terms for you, the seller. We minimize friction by preparing all documents, disclosures, legal protections way up front.
Proactive.
Absolutely. It's about offering a concierge-style service from the initial offer right through to the final key handoff, making the process as smooth and advantageous for the seller as possible. Every detail, every interaction is managed with an eye toward a successful and efficient close. Discipline matters here.
To really bring these strategies to life, we heard a compelling story from our sources about a seller last year with, I think it was a $3.6 million Boca estate.
Yes, I recall that one.
His primary concern was privacy. He didn't want constant foot traffic, didn't want his neighbors knowing his business. He just wanted to sell quietly, but crucially for the right price. How did the team approach that, leveraging these ideas?
Well, this was a perfect case for a purely tailored off-market strategy. The team marketed the home exclusively through a highly vetted luxury broker network and a private investor list. That was it.
So no public MLS, no open houses,
Yeah.
no signs.
Correct. None of that. The entire strategy was precisely tailored to the seller's desire for discretion and efficiency, while still maximizing reach to the right kind of buyers.
And the outcome. Did this quiet approach actually deliver on his goals?
It absolutely did. The property sold in just 11 days.
Wow, 11 days.
For $3.58 million, very close to ask, to a cash buyer relocating from NYC. And the seller's exact words, which are a real testament to the process, were, "That was the smoothest transaction I've ever done."
That says it all, doesn't it? This really raises an important question for you. What is your primary goal when considering a sale? Because as this story illustrates so clearly, that's what happens when the strategy precisely fits the objective. The outcome perfectly matched the initial intent, something far harder to achieve with a generic, one-size-fits-all approach.
Exactly. You define the target, then build a strategy to hit it.
So here's the real answer then, distilled directly from our sources. The choice between off-market and on-market isn't some kind of competition. It's not about which is better.
No.
It's a strategic decision based entirely on your unique needs and priorities.
And it's crucial for you to really reflect on what you value most. Is it absolute privacy above all else? Is it achieving a very specific price point, even if it takes a bit more time?
Or speed.
Or is speed of transaction your driving factor? Or perhaps ultimate control over every single aspect of the process? Understanding your priorities is the bedrock. It has to be the starting point for any successful luxury sale.
Think smart, sell smart, and never ever confuse widespread visibility with actual value or, more importantly, effective strategy. They're not the same thing.
They really aren't. If we connect this to the bigger picture, what we've unpacked today is really a fundamental shift. It's moving from passively just listing a property to actively and intelligently positioning a valuable asset.
Positioning, I like that.
It's about taking command and applying intentionality to every aspect of your luxury sale, rather than simply reacting to whatever the market throws at you.
So as you consider what truly defines a successful luxury sale for you, maybe ask yourself, are you just putting a house on the market? Or are you orchestrating a meticulously planned transfer of a valuable asset and a desired lifestyle, designed for maximum impact and minimum friction?
Ultimately, understanding these multifaceted approaches means you're not just waiting for the market to decide your outcome. You're actively shaping it to your precise needs and goals, ensuring the journey is as bespoke and carefully managed as the property itself.